Another thing I was just thinking about that parents, I read a lot on reports, and parents bring up as real difficult is sleeping patterns with many of our sensory kids or many of our kids on the spectrum. They just don't sleep, or they wake up in the middle of the night. This is commonly what I hear with sleep disturbances. Sleep can be affected by many things, but we know if you have sensory integration issues, sleep can be a challenge because self-calming and the ability to fall asleep and modulate down to a point where you're going to want to go to sleep is very sensory driven. So if I'm hyper and I can't calm down, I'm going to have a real difficult time falling to sleep. Many times our kids with ADHD, they go like Roger Rabbit all day, and literally they sit down and they fall asleep. So they go from high to very low, but there's no modulation process. And here in OT, we work really hard to teach that modulation process of modulating up when it's appropriate, modulating to a just right point, and then down so we can go to sleep. So sleep is a big deal, but we have to figure out why the kiddo's not sleeping. There's many reasons it could be. Some of our parents have learned to do certain activities before they go to bed that are calming so that their child's ready. Sometimes reading the book or a weighted blanket can work really well. That's proprioception. Maybe sometimes it's related to something they eat, because we do know that chewing is calming. So parents will go through certain rituals at night, but then we also have kiddos that wake up in the middle of the night. And a lot of times the reason our kiddos are waking up in the middle of the night is either the temperature has changed severely, maybe that blanket has fallen off, but many of our children, as I've talked about, have biomedical issues. And if there's issues related to the food they're eating, oftentimes during sleep, as you go through sleep cycles, if there's things going on in their body, that will cause them to wake, that will cause them to become alert. So it's really important to report these things to your therapist and bring these up as big issues so that they can help problem solve them. But one thing I hear a lot, which is really great to hear, is once my child got into OT and we were in there for about 3 months and we were getting their sensory needs met, I knew, because they all of a sudden started to sleep through the night. So we hope that's you, and we hope to see you soon.